Good evening and welcome to our launch event for the Bronze Duke of Edinburgh Award for Year 10 students. Normally this would be an evening that is done in person with Mrs. Caneen leading, but unfortunately, obviously due to the current situation, we are doing this virtually, but we hope that the information is still as relevant as what it would be as if we were delivering it in person. The Duke of Edinburgh Award is a major part of our school curriculum, but not the school curriculum that we deliver in school, but that offers opportunities beyond the classroom. It's been running here for a number of years and is a highly successful part of the school community and is one of the largest units in the whole of Hertfordshire. Tonight, it's about the young people choosing whether or not they want to participate in this award, and hopefully, as with other years, a large number will choose to participate. We know that this award has such a vast impact upon students. They get a lot from it, not just the expedition section where they're going out and about and learning key skills, but also giving back to the local community. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Caneen, who's the DofE coordinator for the school and the award leader for the rest of the presentation.
Good evening and welcome to the DofE launch for Year 10. I'm just going to take you through some of the details about how the award is structured and how it is run at the school. Some of you may have had other children who have actually been through the award, so you will know a lot of this already. There are some changes that the award has made in the last 2 years, which I'll outline to you, but also there are changes because of the current COVID situation, which I will run through as well. So, what is the award? So it's a nationwide scheme. It's been running for well over 60 years and it has been running at Sandringham for about 15 years and is hugely successful. It's a nationally recognised award for young people aged 14 plus who can participate in different activities and develop life skills which are really important for them. Bronze is launched, is the first level, and that is launched, as we say, normally in Year 9. In the academic year, the students turn 14. Obviously, that was delayed this year. And we work through Bronze in Year 9 and Year 10. Silver is launched in Year 11, and then Gold in Year 12. So the award has been running at Sandringham for a number of years, and we are very lucky that we are able to offer the award at all 3 levels, bronze, silver and gold. I am Mrs. Caneen, Alison Caneen, and I am the unit coordinator and have lots and lots of years experience with DofE, far more than I'd like to mention. Other key staff, Mr. Allday is very involved in the award and line manages it. Miss Borman is the gold coordinator. She does help out as bronze and silver as well, but her responsibility is mainly gold. And Miss Semple also is very instrumental in helping run the award at the school. So what do you have to do? So the award is divided into 4 sections. I'll only worry about the 4 sections that you have to do at bronze. There is a 5th section for gold. So each section requires the students, the young people, to choose an activity which is suitable for that section, that they participate in for a set number of weeks or months, and they do approximately an hour a week. So one section is volunteering, which is helping out individuals or community based groups on a voluntary basis. Physical is any sort of sport at all, sport or physical activity. Skill is any sort of activity where you develop skills which isn't a sport. So you can't do 2 lots of sports. So it's about variety. And then, as I've mentioned, the expedition section, which we organise as a school unit. So you have to do your activities spread over a number of months. You do 2 activities for 3 months or 12 weeks, and 1 activity you have to do for 6 months. Now you can choose which of the activities you want to do, whether if you're a regular, you do regular sports, you might want to do your physical for 6 months, or if you play music, for example, or are part of a drama group, you might want to do your skill for 6 months. It's up to you. You just need to choose in advance which of your activities you're going to do for 3 months and which you're going to do for 6 months. And the expedition section, as I say, is the bit that we organise. And you have to plan, prepare and participate in 2 expeditions, a practice one where you can hone your skills, and if you make little mistakes, it's not the end of the world, and then your final qualifying one. Okay? So if I go back and give you a bit more information about each of the activities. So volunteering, the aim of it is for young people to go out into their communities and give up their time to help those in need, okay? So, and make a difference to your wider community. Now, there are lots and lots of different activities that you can do, but basically they fall into several different groups. One is helping people, so that might be helping out with the elderly, helping out with more vulnerable members of the community, helping out with young children. You might do something which is a community action or raising awareness, so maybe charity-based work or with a community organisation. Coaching, teaching and leadership. Now, this is a really popular one with a lot of our young people because they go and work with younger students, either at primary school or at Key Stage 3 or in wider sporting groups, for example, and they volunteer and support those young people in their activities. Anything to do with working with the environment and working with rescue groups for animals. So you can't just go and help at the vets, but you can, if you're working with a rescue group with animals, then you can do that. And anything which is community-based, like churches or faith groups, you can help with that as well. And that's not all of the things you can do. You can go to the DV website to get more ideas, and always check with me if you're not sure whether what you want to do counts. So basically your physical is about getting you physically fit, and part of that is in preparation for your expedition, which is quite a physical challenge, but also to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So you can do basically any sort of sport, whether that's an individual sport or a team sport. It can be one that you organise yourself, or one that you take part in as part of a larger group. So water sports, team sports, dance counts, fitness, gym work, all those sorts of things. Martial arts as well. We have lots of our young people doing martial arts for their physical. And again, if you're in doubt and you don't know if it counts, then check with me. So the skill is sometimes one of the ones that students find most difficult, because especially if you're very sporty, because you automatically want to do another sport, but you have to do something which is not physically based. So you can't do dance or sport for your physical, but basically you can do really much anything else. So we have lots of students doing creative arts work, so photography, painting, drama. We have students doing science and technology based, so we have students who do computer programming, for example. We have care of animals, so whereas you can go and help with a rescue group for your volunteering, you can learn how to care for an animal, whether it's a horse or a dog or whatever, and do that as your skill, and that can count. Things like dance appreciation, it's a little bit more complicated than it actually sounds, because you have to, it's almost like project-based work, and isn't concerned with the physical aspect of dance, but with researching and presenting your findings. You can do sports officiating and refereeing, but it has to be, as part of that, you have to do an official course. Life skills, lots of people do lots of life skills. We have loads of students doing cookery and baking, for example. Collecting, learning, so if you're learning an additional language, for example, or a different subject beyond what you do in your curriculum time, then you can count that. Media and communication, website building is a very popular one at the moment, and learning about radio is another very popular one, and anything to do with learning about the natural world. So it's basically anything that isn't a physical activity can count for your skill. And as I say, if in doubt, check with me. The DV website will help you out, dv.org, has lots of ideas of what you can do, and as I say, you can always check with me if you're not sure what you've got to do, and I'll give you contact details later on in the presentation. So the expedition section, I'll tell you a little bit about it now. It might be the bit that you are most familiar with, perhaps because you've seen children rocking up at school in May and June with big rucksacks on their back, ready to go off on their expedition. And we will have a further information evening later on in the academic year, when we are preparing for the expedition, to run through some more of the logistics to do with it. But the aim is for young people to be independent and to work as part of a team. And one of the benefits of the award on your CV, holding a bronze, silver or gold award, is that it shows that you are a team player. And this is in your expedition section, that's where that really comes through. So as part of the preparation, we organise training sessions where we prepare students and teach them about aspects of expeditioning like campcraft, navigation, first aid, country code. You have a practice expedition, which is a 2-day overnight camp, carrying everything you need for those 2 days in an expedition team of up to 7 people. And as I say, on the practice expedition, that's where we do some more of our practical training with you. And then the qualifying expedition is your final expedition, which normally happens in June, and it's a repeat of your practice expedition in a different location, and you are far more independent of the staff when you are doing that, and we're just there to oversee your safety, and we let you free as such. Okay, we do our expeditions in the Chiltern areas. At Chiltern area, we use 2 campsites, one just based outside Hemel, one based outside Chesham, and the young people over the course of their 2 expeditions will visit both of those areas. Okay, so organising your activities and having your activities assessed. For your volunteering, physical and skill, you have to sort it out. You need to find something that you can do that's suitable for those sections. You don't have to start new activities. You can pick up and carry on with something you've already been doing for a long time. You can start something new if you haven't got anything that's suitable, and it is an opportunity for you to broaden your horizons. You will need to find somebody who has got some expertise, qualification or experience, or all 3, in the section, in the activity that you are following for each section, and that person will be your assessor. And at the end of your time, whether it's 3 months or 6 months completing the activity, they will write a reasonably short report about how you have done. You need to set yourself some aims at the beginning, and they will comment on how you've met those aims. Okay, now normally the rules of the award, and this is where there's a slight difference, normally the rules of the award say that your assessor must not be a member of your family for very obvious reasons, so that you can be quite independent, and it can be fair as it can be. However, the award is recognised in these difficult times that it's not always possible to get other people to work with you, and therefore you can have a member of your family as your assessor. However, if that is the case, if you can't find anyone else who can assess you for your activity and you want to have a member of your family do it, they do have to have experience, expertise or a qualification in the activity that you are doing, and you do need to check it with me. So you do need to run that past me, and I will explain to you how we will do it. Okay, that is just valid at the moment until the DV with the difference changes that DV have made in the light of the COVID pandemic last until June 2021. So at the moment, that's up until that point, you can have your parent as an assessor if you complete your activities in that time. So Mr. Alday mentioned this already at the beginning, but why bother doing the award? Holding a bronze award, a silver or gold award, is like having an extra qualification. Obviously, you've just started working towards your GCSEs and BTECs, and hopefully you will come out in 2 years with a good range of qualifications. But your bronze, silver and gold award, if you pursue the award further up the school, give you another qualification, which is widely recognised by companies and educational institutes as a kind of a life skills qualification. It tells people a great deal about you as an individual. It says that you can work independently because you have sorted out your own activities. It says you can work as part of a team because certainly on your expedition you'll be working as part of a team, but also in some of your other activities teamwork might be crucial. You've shown commitment because you have signed up for this award and finished it, gone right the way through, committed to activities and completed your award. It shows that you are organised, partly through having to organise all your activities, but also when you're on expedition, you need a lot of organisation, and also you have to be quite resourceful. It shows a desire to better yourself, to improve yourself, to add another string to your bow, if you like. And so it is really, really valuable for that. And it's also, for many, many people, a real challenge, not necessarily the physical challenge of the expedition, because some people find that really quite easy, but going out and actually finding different activities can be really challenging. So if you have a bronze award on your CV, an employer or an educational institution will look at that and think, that tells me something about that in person. So what do you have to do next? I'm nearly finished. You have to register your interest by paying the enrolment fee. Now, the enrolment fee is £30. It is place for your DV place for the year, which is a cost which DV charge. And then there is an administrative cost that Herts County Council, who are our licensing or organisation, they charge for that as well. We don't charge anything for enrolment. Those costs all get passed on to Herts County Council and DV. So you have to pay your enrolment fee, and this is again where it is slightly different to how we've done it before. It's a £30 charge that is on should be on parent pay from today, I would hope, if not from tomorrow morning. So it can either be paid on parent pay, or you can pay it by cash or cheque in an envelope with your child's name and DV enrolment clearly marked, and be put in the finance box at the bottom of the stairs by the dining hall. That needs to be in by I think it's the 2nd of October, and once I have received that, I will then email your son or daughter an enrolment form which they need to complete online and send back to me, and then I will enrol them on EDV. EDV is the platform that DV use to monitor your child's involvement in the award and their achievements, and it's a way that I can monitor them as well. So I will enrol them in EDV, and they will get an email to say that they've been enrolled and an invitation to log onto their account with login details, where they have to complete all their personal information. Okay. Now the reason you have to do that, and again this is a change not to do with COVID, but just the way DV has evolved, to do that you have to do that so that you get your DV pack. So you will get a DV pack, which is a little booklet and some leaflets about how you can go about organising your activities, and the booklet can serve as a record of your achievements, because your assessors can fill in your assessor reports either in your booklet or online. So it is really important that as soon as you get your enrolment email with your enrolment details, with your login details, that you log in and you register your address so that they can send that to you. And that is a change from previously. Previously we've had the booklets, the packs, and we've distributed them, but they don't do that anymore. Okay. Once you've done that, you can start your activities. You need to register all your activities online. You don't have to do them all at once. You can do one activity at a time, but it is really important that you register them and submit them for approval. That's so that I can double check that what you're doing is relevant and suitable, and that you don't end up wasting your time. I will backdate the enrolment to the 1st of July. So anything that you've done, if you've done any activities over the summer, you can count those. And if you want me to backdate it any further, I can do that, but that'll be through negotiation. You'll have to email me to discuss that. As an award unit, we will guide you through your award. We'll support you by giving you advice on activities, by doing a little bit of nagging, hopefully not too much, to make sure that you're working towards all your sections. We will provide you with the relevant training and opportunities to complete your expedition. And we also set up a Google Classroom. Again, that's part of the enrolment process. You need to join that Google Classroom. You'll get an invitation because that is our main means of communication over the course of the year. You can get further information at dv.org or email dv@sandringham.hearts.sch.uk. We are also on Twitter with the hashtag SandringhamDV, so that's lots of ways in which you can communicate. with us and find out more information. Just a couple of things given the current situation. So given the current situation with COVID, you might find it more challenging to sort out your activities, and I don't want you to be defeated by that. You just need to contact me and I can give you some ideas. If you're struggling and not sure, then please keep in touch. And there's an email address there where you can reach me. Okay. We would hope that we will be able to run the expeditions next summer as planned in May and June, and more information will follow. If that isn't the case, then we have alternatives that we can use next summer if need be. Final message. It is your award. If you enrol in DV, it is your award. I'm speaking to the young people now. It's not my award. It's not your parents' or carers' award. It's yours. So you have to commit to doing it. So please only enrol because you want to do it. You should already have a couple of ideas for your sections already before you enrol. Please don't enrol and then leave it until next year in order to start doing your activities. You should actively start working towards your award as soon as you are enrolled. As I said, all those things that the award says about you only applies if you've actually done it yourself, rather than allowed your parents, carers or me to nag you into doing it. So please only do it because you want to. Every year we have young people who enrol and end up not completing their award because they didn't really want to do it. They did it because their friends were doing it. And while I want as many of you as possible to do it, I do want you to do it for the right reasons. Any problems or worries or queries or questions, then please do email on dv@sandringham.hearts.sch.uk. Thank you very much.